Hello, hello. We are so back. Give me a second to announce the stream, and then we'll get started. Okay, we're back. I think we might finish this tonight. Hello, Amador. It's not been the best day, but you know, we're here. And I'll read this because I know you're gonna ask what happened. Okay. To stop the launch of the new type of nuclear warhead, Snake rushes to the underground maintenance base. However, Vulcan Raven is waiting for him. Snake defeats Raven, and while he is dying, he tells Snake that the DARPA chief who died in front of Snake was actually Foxhound member Decoy Octopus in disguise. Snake, who has been told by Master Miller that Naomi is lying about her identity, is confused and filled with doubt, but all he can do now is try to stop the launch. Alright, so essentially what's going on is we beat Vulcan Raven, and now we're kind of in the end game. Actually, you're gonna have to give me a second once we get to the next room, because I'm gonna change something that's been, it's pretty much been bothering me, for the past, like, stream and a half. I'm gonna fix up a setting that I usually use whenever I play this game, but for some reason I just did not set it correctly. So yeah.
What can I do for you, Snake?
Based? Yeah, no, the Mario backpack's cool.
Snake, Leo DeRocher said, any way you can. Nice guys finish last.
So true! That's a truth nuke!
Is there anything that you wouldn't do to stay alive? You should think about that, Snake. You called, Snake? Be careful, Snake.
What's up, Sean? Give me like 5 seconds. I gotta reset this real quick. Oh, we're gonna finish this tonight. It shouldn't take too much longer. Honestly, I think the cutscenes will be longer than the gameplay this time around. Oh, hell yeah, okay. Yeah, we're almost finished with Metal Gear Solid. It's Metal Gear! Hold on, my camera's not centered.
Snake, it's me.
How's my
What's
volume,
wrong?
by the
Did
way?
you find a good place to hide?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth gear, it looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear. But it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards, no mechanics. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
Okay.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys. And besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room
It's so
right
over.
now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files? Don't you need a password?
Of course. But there are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yep. That describes me.
Whoa!
Does it look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you. What was that sound?
It's me again.
How's it going?
Not bad. I just got past his 3rd security level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
I've never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay, keep trying.
Wow, the frequency of calls here is like earlier today when I got into a minor car accident and someone who will not be named in this chat kept calling my phone.
Snake, I did it.
You got past security?
Bingo.
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
Haven't found it yet.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
You mean it won't show up on...
Oh my science!
Yeah.
Did he just say
They've
stealth?
been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
Why weren't they able to develop one up until now?
Because of the missile's rocket propulsion system. It would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Because of that?
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
We learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
It would push back the signing of the START 3 treaty. If word gets out about this weapon, it'd cause a whole world of trouble.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You've changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses.
Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested, only simulated.
You mean with VR experiments?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like
Sorry, this is gonna be a quieter stream for me because the end of the game is very cutscene heavy.
You'd think that data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
It was. President Baker gave me an optical disc with all of the test data.
What? You still have it?
No. Ocelot took it from me. Damn.
The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So, you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
Snake.
Did you find it?
No, I haven't found out about the override system yet, but I found Baker's ulterior motive.
He's just looking to get rich, isn't he?
That's part of it. Armstech is in much worse financial trouble than I thought.
I know they lost their bid to make the next generation fighter jet. That, plus the reduction in SDI spending.
It looks like there was even some
Dude,
talk of a
it's
hostile
literally me,
Everything
bro.
was riding on this project, I guess.
And it looks like they were paying a lot of bribe money to DARPA chief.
Bribe money, huh?
Yeah, and Baker was a big proponent of the nuclear deterrent theory.
I see. So anyway, what about the override?
Just give me a little bit longer.
Guys, I'm going to get into Metal Gear Solid, bro. Time to kill Liquid once and for all, bro. Not yet, Liquid. It's not over yet. But yeah, sorry if I'm a bit quiet today. I got into a minor fender bender, and it's shaken me up a little bit, today. Kind of smashed the front end of my car. I'm kind of like very annoyed over that, but it's okay.
Okay, I've entered the PAL code.
Cutscene time.
Safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington.
Oh,
It
hold
looks
on.
like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Should I set it for Cherniton, Russia?
No, there's
Been a change.
The new target is Lotnor, China.
Why, boss? Liquid.
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site.
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the president will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the president's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India... I see.
Yes. When the other countries hear about the new weapon, they'll all want to contact us. Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes, the president will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big Boss's DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion. All for money.
That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox-Die vaccine in our demands.
Fox-Die. It killed Octopus and the Arms Tech president.
Sorry, I'm
So it's true
kind of
that it
quiet
affects
during
older people
cutscenes.
first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
He was like that
What was it
Minecraft
that I-
YouTuber
Perhaps
dream.
due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with amphetamine and adrenaline levels in the blood. They deployed a product still in development into live combat. No surprise it was unreliable. They must have been desperate.
In any case, have you heard from your friend Colonel Sergei Golukovich at Spetsnaz yet?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He's a very prudent man.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and the new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? That Galukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
Maybe so. But he's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his command. If we joined forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the Genome Soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What are you saying?
We're staying right here.
We're going to dig in here. It's going to be a long war.
We could still escape.
We have the new nuclear power, and we're going to ally with Galukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? Fighting the whole world? From here, we can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar and totally immune to interception. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours.
But boss, what about your promise to Colonel Galukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From
Today onward, you can call this place Outer Heaven.
heaven.
Big Boss's dream.
Boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden? If the code is entered again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the ArmsTech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl, she's alive.
Snake, I found Baker's top secret files.
Great job.
How's it going there?
They finished inputting the PAL codes. So, how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see, the override system that the president was talking about, it can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated. And you can only use the keys once.
Only once, huh?
You need the keys for input. 3 of them.
But I only have the one. Where are the others?
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy?
Yes, it's a material that changes shape at different temperatures. The key is made out of it.
This card key?
Yeah. The card key changes shape at different temperatures.
So this key is actually 3 keys in one. Clever.
Can you see the input terminals in the center of the control room?
I see them.
Those 3 laptop terminals are for the emergency input. There should be a symbol on each screen. Each symbol corresponds to a different key. You input the keys in order from left to right. The left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
Okay, I got it. First I change the shape of the card, and then I input them in order, right?
That's right. All you do is insert the card keys. After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system, and it's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake.
Who's that? Bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching you die.
Snake, you've got to get that key.
Oh boy. Okay, we can finally start playing again. Okay, so who all's still here? Let's go! Yeah, so if you didn't figure it out, so that rat eats the key. So we're at pretty much at the very end of the game. So I think we're gonna finish this tonight. I'm so excited. I've actually had a lot of fun playing this, so... Yes. Alright, here's key number 1. Now I'm going to show you a trick that they added in Twin Snakes to make this process a whole lot easier.
PAL code number 1 confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 2.
Okay, that takes care of PAL code number 1. Now, PAL number 2, freeze the key.
So in the original game... Hold on. The way that this whole process was done is, it was a lot more tedious. So I'll show you how you do it in this game, and then I'll explain how you do it in the PS1 version. So in the PS1 version, essentially, since it had to be different temperatures, you had to go all the way back through the base to get to the point that the game wanted you to be at. Well, oops. I fucked that up royally. But yeah, no. To freeze the key, you had to go to Vulcan Raven's freezer, And to heat up the key, you had to go to the very beginning of the of this part of the base. Now, in this game, they've implemented what I'm about to show you, which is just two, like, boiler pipes. Now by doing this, they've saved us about 15 to 20 minutes of backtracking. But yeah, no, that's one of the many reasons I like Twin Snakes better, because it streamlines a lot of the more antiquated parts of the original.
PAL code number 2 confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 3.
Okay, there goes PAL code number 2.
So
Next
true,
comes PAL number
bro.
3. Warm the key.
Dude, is that who I think it is? Is that the Emerald Wizard, bro? I don't know why I cannot seem to get that right.
Snake, answer me! Snake! Snake!
So true, bro. Who is this in my stream chat, bro? I'm so scared. Ah.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it.
Turn your monitor off.
So true,
Okay, it's
bro.
off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Okay, so what's up?
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah?
He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called Fox Dye?
No. Fox dye? Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but...
What are you trying to say?
It's too similar.
What is?
The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and
The
Third
cause
Machines,
of
I mean, Decoy
Haktua.
Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah?
Well, apparently Fox Dye kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection?
The nanomachines.
She was in the
Nanomachines, son.
I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure, but he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay. I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages toward the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
Oh, dude, I didn't know. That is so based, bro.
Rough stuff. But we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So, it's true, isn't it?
Naomi, I can't believe it.
That means the Fox dye vaccine must be around somewhere.
Is that all you think about?
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
Bro. We are, how you say, Reddit.
Snake, can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes, but not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know anything. My parents' face is my name. The name and ID I have now I just bought. But the reason why I study genetics, that was true.
'Cause you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from. My age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes.
Whoa!
She was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes. Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox?
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He is everything to me. The only proof I have of my existence. Of my existence as an individual.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Bro. This is lore, bro.
He brought us to this land of freedom.
Big boss.
But then he and my brother went back to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes, that's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that dog.
2 is my favorite, but as a silly spy story, I think 1 does its job well.
No. That was my brother. Afterward, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me.
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's That's all he lives for.
Real.
Fox.
Dude, Metal Gear Survive is best Metal Gear game. Like Bosnia Simulator.
It's a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Fox dye contains smart enzymes.
You're right, though. It is very exposition
programmed to
heavy.
respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA.
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF epsilon. It's a type of cytokine.
3 is my least favorite out of the original trilogy.
The TNF epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then they cause a heart attack.
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then the victim dies.
Apoptosis. You mean the heart cells commit suicide, Naomi?
What?
You must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the
Dude,
decision
that's so
to use
real.
Fox dye.
Snake Eater does insist upon itself.
You were injected with Fox dye as part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that... No. That's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing that I wanted to tell you was, Snake,
Hey! What are you doing?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Snake.
Naomi?
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Fox dye was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that.
Dude,
Right
I
now,
know what that
your
means
job
because
is
I
to
saw
stop
Family
Metal
Guy, bro.
Okay, Snake?
Dude, I watched Family Guy where Peter Griffin rants about The Godfather, and I'm like, he's so real for that, bro. Alright, time to put the last PAL key in. And now we're at the end game. Guys, it's like Endgame, like the hecking Marvel movie, bro. Oh my science! Okay, I have a rant to go on in a minute because I've been quiet this stream, but I just thought about something that really irks me.
PAL code entry complete. Detonation code activated. Ready for launch.
No! Why? I deactivated it.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us too. I really must express my gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him.
Whoa,
during the
what's going
interrogation.
on? Master Miller's been our only friend throughout all
We weren't
this.
able to launch the nuclear device.
What's he
and we're
saying?
A little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when I decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
Well, for starters, I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. We thought we'd get the info from you, but there was Fox Die.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning? Just to get me to input the detonation code?
You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Dude, he's literally me, bro.
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox Die vaccine to me. Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come to where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec leaked.
Was that the bite of 87?
He said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
Me, dear brother.
Liquid! How the...
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
Dude, what happened? Master Miller was our best friend, bro. I think we gotta call Otacon.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
Okay, so back to my rant. You want to know something that annoys the ever-living piss out of me?
I hacked into security. Snake, I'm opening the door.
Okay, before we jump right into another cutscene. Damn it. That didn't work out the way I thought it would.
Liquid!
I thought... Oh well. It's fine.
Snake,
Did you like my sunglasses?
Oh, you point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. You performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked? You've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the ArmsTech president and Decoy Octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us, so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged along with bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox Die.
Fox Die? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox Die's program just before the operation, but no one knows how or why.
I wonder. Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Die's program. Oh well, doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Die vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be.
Oh, my science!
The only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Yeah? Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and Decoy Octopus were killed by Fox Die. But Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
Dude, that is a truth
Virus
nuke,
is
bro.
programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
I'll get to it once the cutscene's over, because it's going to be very long-winded.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I chose to,
But
like,
we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked
not
by
hold off on going out into the hallway, because I thought you had to walk over to him.
You're fine. You got all of the old man's dominant genes.
I got all of his flawed, recessive genes.
Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
So you're saying I'm the dominant one?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Love? It's hate!
Hate. His choosing me, knowingly, to be the inferior one? For this, I want revenge. You don't even understand this. You, who could kill your own real father. You stole my chance for revenge. Now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will surpass him. I will destroy him.
You're just like Naomi.
Well, at least I'm not like you.
Like you.
Okay, now that's something that...
Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes.
Some of the delivery between translation from PS1 to
You
GameCube...
missed your last chance. You'll regret that forever.
I feel like that scene in particular was kind of harmed by the re-recording because...
Snake! Come! Kneel down and sacrifice yourself to this historic weapon!
like the inflections that Cam Clark used...
A gift from your brother!
like don't carry over like they did in the one for PS1.
It will drag the world
Into the 21st century!
But no, I love this game.
It's moving. But how do I stop it?
Yeah, Yeah, sorry. I chose a really long cutscene to begin a rant for, and I don't want to interrupt the cutscene because this part's actually really important. Bro, Snake broke his sheens there, bro. Alright, let's save real quick. Okay.
Snake, there's nothing I can do to help you. All I can do is cheer you on.
Thank you, Mei Ling. Your support means everything to this little chuddy. Anyway. What I was saying, though, is that a trend that irks me whenever I see it. Like when video creators are talking. Oh, I will do it for you, Mei Ling. I love you, Mei Ling. You are like wholesome mommy GF, bro. Oh my god, I was locked in and I forgot to finish it. Okay, I'm just gonna go over this real quick. When video creators are like saying, oh, for the love of God, but they're talking about something like Zelda or something, so instead of that, they'll be like, oh my science for the love of Hylia, and it's like, can you stop? It is so fucking cringy. It's literally like fucking Rick and Morty's most die-hard fan type activities. Prime Reddit behavior. That was my small rant. It's Spider-Man!
Hurry! Get away! Gray Fox! A name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat. So it is you. You look terrible, Snake.
You've aged like shit.
I'll send you back to hell!
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Fox, why?
Mr. Womp Lad.
I'm a prisoner of death. Only you can free me.
Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you.
Naomi?
You're the only one who can stop her.
No, I can't.
No, it's a different friend of mine.
because I'm the one
Here,
who killed
give me
her
like 5
parents.
seconds.
I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. Oh, I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood, to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now, she thinks of me as her brother. Fox. Outwardly, we may have seemed like contented brother and sister, but every time I looked into her eyes, I trembled with fear. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it.
There you are!
We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving. Fox!
Fox! Bro. That's like when I'm playing Melee and I have to fight Fox McCloud. Fox! Bro, think he Metroid. Mr. Ladd, that is so true. Bro,
In the Middle East, we don't hunt
he is
foxes,
literally
we
the
hunt
bug.
jackals. Instead of foxhounds,
We use Royal Harriers.
Fox! How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
A cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal! He destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the codename Fox. But now you're finished!
Now, fire the stinger!
Fox! Can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Something that's always been fascinating.
It's no good. I can't
Oh,
do it.
you can't shoot. But anyway, is the fact that
Was taken from the battle.
Cam Clark, who's Liquid Snake, and Rob Paulson, who's the Cyborg Ninja in this version, are casting so many things together. They were the original Leonardo and Raphael from Ninja Turtles.
Soon it will finally
It's no good. I can't do it.
Oh, you haven't seen this game before, have you? We've only just begun the final set of cutscenes.
Snake.
So true.
We're not tools of the government
Or anyone else.
Fighting
Fighting was the only thing I was good at.
But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake.
Foolish man! When death is entreated, the battle is decided.
Base?
You see, you can't protect anyone! Not even yourself!
Dude, he is going to take on the tank with a sword. So cool.
Die! There you are!
Thank you, game. That is very, very cool. Let's go!
Snake! I'll crush you into dust!
I'll send you back to hell! Odd way of looking at it, but yes, now you're understanding, Amador. Dude, Metal Gear is no more. Yes, all of the clones of Big Boss conveniently had reproduction written out of their genes, so
Sleeping late as usual.
this is the best cutscene in the game. I love it.
You're still alive.
I won't die
Die?
as long as you still live.
Too bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I'm done.
All right, guys. I guess I'll see you in 20 minutes.
What are you really after?
The restoration of an era when warriors such as us lived as we should.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish.
When he was young during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict shall breed conflict, new hatreds will arise, and our own biosphere shall steadily expand.
But as long as there are people,
There will always be war.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. The lore of MGS is wild.
The problem is balance.
Father knew what kind of a balance was best.
Is that the only
No,
reason?
this is my favorite cutscene in the game. I know it word for word.
For warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie. So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing, that's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched
Real.
your face as you...
No, they have a very similar like style scripting to them. Like it does remind me of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
You're wrong.
There is a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way.
Created?
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children. That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was a man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big Boss.
But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super baby method.
Super baby method.
Super baby
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus.
I mean, essentially, it's a very rudimentary...
6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth.
You could describe Metal Gear as that. It's a very rudimentary classification, but...
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born. So, it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet.
They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all the dominant genes were expressed.
To
Create you! I got all of the recessive genes! You took everything from me before the day I was even born!
But you and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy.
I'm sorry, I gotta mute myself because I'm going to recite this word for word along with it.
With the completion of the Human Genome Project in the last century, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted, using gene therapy, into the members of the Next Generation Special Forces. That's how they became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing right and left are our brothers with the same genes as ours.
The Genome Soldiers?
They are misshapen creatures, artificially produced from Father's genetic pattern. They are our blood brothers, and they were born of many an ultimate sacrifice.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments.
Huh?
1991,
what the science?
The Gulf War. The military secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to pesticides and radiation from depleted uranium rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First, they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just to cover up the secret genetic experiments.
So then, the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes, they too are our brothers and sisters.
So the genome soldiers mean that the experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We're on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show
So
signs of
true!
asymmetry. The genome soldiers suffer from the same problem, signs of symmetry. So do I, as do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? Because it increases the chances that shared genes will be transmitted to future generations. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. That we will help our blood relatives is inscribed in our very genes.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the genome soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then, I'm going to go beyond, in order to break the curse of my heritage. And to do that, first, I will kill you. Look behind you.
Meryl?
Okay, we're almost to where we can play more of the game.
Is she alive?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
She was alive a few hours ago.
Hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name.
Meryl?
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name?
I have a name.
No, we have no past, no future. And even if we did,
our fate is nothing but what is determined in the genes we inherited from our father.
Let Meryl go.
As soon as we finished our business.
There were some weird script changes between MGS1 and Twin Snakes.
No.
I don't know
It
why.
seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed, they've arrived at a decision.
They won't even need a BDA.
If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, answer me.
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us,
Bros,
and he's worried about
this
Fox
game
Five.
is so
Now that
exciting.
there's no more danger of a nuclear
There are so many
He's
Albanian
going to do
plot
whatever's
twists,
necessary
bro.
to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence, along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake. I'll stop the nuclear strike.
No!
I may be only a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission.
No!
If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time.
You know what? At least we can take solace in the fact that in the real world, that would never happen. None of this could ever happen, bros.
Merrill was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
Those bastards.
I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You'd better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure? It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you after all the lies.
Colonel.
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back. Huh? What are you doing?
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it!
What happened?
Snake, the Colonel!
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty. This is the Secretary of Defense.
Dude, I am so sure.
Back on.
He's been placed under arrest.
The attitudes described by the organizations in this game are purely fictional, bro. Nothing like this could ever happen because...
He truly believed that he was
Here's
in
a little
command of this
secret.
operation.
Nothing ever happens.
Bastard.
Nothing
There
ever
won't be
happens.
a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing.
The President ordered this?
The President is a busy man. I have complete authority here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Damn it! You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief, is already dead.
So you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. You're just the lingering ghosts of a system that is no more. Well, do try to get along in the time you have left before the bomb.
This is so true.
Oh,
There's no way out for us.
Let's finish this before the airstrike.
Dude, Liquid Snake
You
is
stole
dropping
everything from me.
Bosnian truth nuke left and right, bro.
I shall nullify you and your genes, and I will take them all back. She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this? This will be the time limit for our final battle. When death comes for this girl, this nuclear module shall vanish from this world as well. If you win, you
Dude,
might
that
still
is...
be able to save her.
That is
You can
truly
enjoy one brief moment of love.
a
before
chad
we-
moment, bro. Nothing ever happens, dude.
And if you cross this line,
You'll fall.
at this height,
It'll kill even you.
How about you, Snake?
You're out of time!
Dude, Snake was so scared. Me and the boys after a night of Applebee's. What's up, Sean?
Snake!
Dude, we got the good ending, the canon ending. You'll see.
Meryl. Meryl.
Real, this is the Chud ending. Real.
Forgive me. I gave in to my fear. I gave in to my pain. I sold your life to save my own. I'm a loser. I'm not the hero you thought I was.
Bros, he's literally me.
I'm nothing. Meryl, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
I like how Otacon shows up and he's like, "This is what you get, asshole.
She's gone, Snake.
This is what you get for 360 no scoping my work wife.
Blaming yourself makes it easier, huh? Focusing on that.
You get what you fucking deserve, Snake."
What the hell do you know? Meryl's dead. I lost.
So, are you gonna stay here and die? Along with her? Snake. People die. But death is not defeat. That's what Hemingway said. I lost Wolf, too. But that wasn't defeat. She and I will be together forever. We didn't lose anything.
Together. Forever.
It's true that Wolf is dead. But our love didn't die with her. Life isn't just a game of win or lose.
No, I didn't. I hear that it's dog shit, so I haven't watched
Let's
it.
live, Snake. There's a parking garage right next door. We can get to the surface from there. Come on. I released all the security locks. It'll be okay. We can escape. You have my word on it.
Otacon, you've changed.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know?
Emerald, this is the based ending?
It started. Those guys seem like they only hurry when they're destroying things. Good. Let them destroy it. But they can't destroy the human spirit.
Okay. Let's go. Meryl, I hope you're still watching me. You'll see if I'm a legendary man or not. Come on, hustle.
Snake, it's cold outside. You'll freeze like that.
My sneaking suit.
You better hurry. Hurry!
I have a comment about that, Mr. Wizard. Bro, he's like, as long as I got my suit and tie. He's looking mighty dapper.
Now you look like yourself again. Hurry!
Alright. So, about the ending that we got, I'm going to be honest here. With the context of MGS4, yes, I suppose that, you know, it truly is the non-canon ending. But I'm not the biggest fan of 4. I think 4 was like, when it came down to it, 4 kind of was just like, oh yeah, by the way, all this stuff that we were building up to, it was just nanomachines. there was not really a good payoff. But if you look at this ending in the context of MGS2, that happened right after it, I think that this ending works better with that game. And since honestly, I don't think I'll ever get around to playing 4 on stream just because of how, number 1, difficult to like get it running it is. But number 2, just the fact that it's like mostly it's cutscenes with sprinkles of gameplay in between. Yes. I think that the Otacon ending for MGS1 really plays well into MGS2, like just MGS2 in general, so that's why I always go for that ending. Plus, if Snake is literally me, bro, he can't end up with a girlfriend. That makes him a fake cell, bro. Like, we can't... We at Kentucky Mario, we are true cells, okay? We're not gonna have any of that fake cell shit here. Okay, now let's talk to Mei Ling one last time. My wife.
Place the Colonel under arrest. I don't know what I should do. This will probably be your last save.
No!
Snake?
Mei Ling, I have a favor to ask you. Make a hard copy of all the codec conversation data up to this point. I want some insurance.
Okay, Snake. Leave it to me.
No, Mei Ling, I love you. Don't go! I know that I barely saved, but your Chinese proverbs were always a good way to end the stream. Come back! It's so over.
Snake, please. Be safe. For me.
I will, Mei Ling. I'm your top guy.
I'll take the wheel. Uh-oh, a surveillance camera.
What did you just say, Amador? I thought I said we are true cells here.
It's got keys. Let's go. Snake, climb in. Let's go. Use the weapon button to fire the machine gun. Shoot back, Snake.
I would never do that. How dare you accuse me of that? Real.
Snake. Here they come! Can't get through. We gotta clear a path. Good job, Snake. Snake, it's a check. Here they come! You did it, Snake!
It's a bit loud.
Not yet, Snake!
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet! Liquid!
Eat lead, motherfucker. real. The Twin Snakes version of the ending is so goofy. And this is it. We're at the end of Metal Gear Solid 1.
Otacon, are you okay?
I guess so.
Otacon, can you move?
It's no use. I can't move.
Snake. Snake! Fox?
Die.
Die.
Fox Tua. Fox die on that thing.
Well, there goes Liquid. He will definitely never show up in another Metal Gear game.
That means...
Don't think about it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel!
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded. The F-117s and the B-2 bombers have returned to the base. Once again, I have complete authority over this operation.
I see.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel,
So true, bro.
I already know.
Colonel?
Meryl was my daughter.
What?
I didn't find
Wow!
I got a letter from her mother, my dead brother's wife. I was going to tell her after this operation was over.
Colonel,
It's okay, Snake. Thanks anyway. Snake, I'm sorry I kept a lot of things from you.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake, I'm not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I better not show my face around there.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
That's not too far from the truth.
There's also a helicopter waiting for you at the Fox Islands.
Okay, Roy. Are you going to be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all of Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I'll look forward to that.
Roy.
That's very
just tell me
wholesome.
one thing.
What?
About Foxdie. What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling's with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
Snake, it's me.
Naomi?
I heard about my brother.
Fox, no. Frank wanted to tell you something. He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll always love you. Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought on sheer willpower until the very end.
Maybe now he's finally found some peace. My brother was already dying. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar land, he's been like a ghost. A ghost looking for a place to die.
Naomi, Liquid died from Foxdie too. What about me? When am I going to go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
That doesn't answer my question.
Time's up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you.
What a bitch. She hard-coded like an expiration date into Snake, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna tell you." What a bitch.
But that's not all there is to
I'll let
life.
this play out for a
I
second.
didn't realize that. I told you before, the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA. Because I wanted to know who I was, where I came from. I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were. And I thought that if I knew that, then I'd know what path I should take in life. But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the Genome Soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that its genetic information
So
shows a
true,
person's
bro.
strengths or destiny. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether you've been programmed or not isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then, laugh. Don't you think, Snake? Don't worry. I'm gonna choose.
I like the stupid shit that they make Otacon do in this game.
Today,
In the remake specifically, they make him into like a bumbling Jar Jar character.
but from now on, I'm going to just live.
Instead of a serious somber scene where he walks down the hill, they're just like, make him roll down the hill like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children. Living is a link to what will come. All life is tethered to the future. Loving each other, teaching each new generation, then the world can change. I finally realized it. The true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Until today, I've only lived for myself. Survival has been the only thing I cared about in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now?
I want to enjoy life. I really do.
Just like me, for
How
real.
about you, Otacon?
Me? I feel like a new man.
So what are you gonna do? Continue your research?
No. Science and technology are fine, but humans are my interest now.
Sounds good.
He's literally
The
like
whole
me
reason
after I got
into
out of
science In the
college.
first place was because I was no good with people. I was scared of them. I was scared of life. I thought that I could never understand them because they're so illogical. But I finally learned how to like people. There's no reason for me to be afraid anymore.
You and I are more alike than I thought.
I'm no wolf, but I'm not gonna just stand on the sidelines anymore. I'm gonna stand on my own 2 feet. I'm not gonna hide anymore.
You're giving up your stealth camo?
Huh? Oh, yeah. You can have it. So, this is where we say goodbye to our loves as well. Want me to drive?
No thanks. I'd rather do it myself.
No problem. Where to, Snake?
My real name is David Otacon.
I'm Hal, Dave.
Oh, that's right. Hal. Hal and Dave. That's a good one.
Oh, that's so funny.
Maybe we should take a trip to Jupiter.
So, where are you going, Dave?
I think it's time for me to look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will you find it?
I'll find it. I know I'll find it.
And there's one more scene before the credits. In the 1980s, there were more than 60,000 nuclear warheads in the world at all times. The total destructive power amounted to 1 million times that of the Hiroshima A bomb. In January of 93, START II was signed, and the US and Russia agreed to reduce the number of deployed strategic nukes to 3,000 to 3,500 each by 2007. However, as of 2003, there still exists more than 20,000 nuclear warheads in the world. Well, That was, here, let me turn this down a little bit so that YouTube isn't just like, oh, well, you're using a song that is copyright. Well, that was Metal Gear Solid. Great game. Excellent game. Is there any way I can skip the credits? No. But anyway, yeah, Metal Gear Solid. I love this game. It is one of my favorites. In terms of the series as a whole, I'd say it's either number 1 or 2 for me. Like, in terms of favorite. It's either going to be this or Metal Gear Solid 2. Excellent series. I'm glad I got to come back to this game with you all. You know, it's always a good time coming back to it. You know, I have an interesting story with this game. So the first time I played it, I had a pet cat as a kid. Now, this comes into play in a minute, but when I was a kid, I had a pet cat. His name was Ranger. He was awesome. Towards the end of his life, he really grew an attachment to me. And I remember, before he passed, this was the last game that I sat down and played with him on my bed. This was the last game I played fully, because I remember it was back in high school, and I let one of my friends borrow Super Mario Sunshine, and he let me borrow this, and I played through it. I had an excellent time with it. But yeah. Metal Gear Solid is awesome. I'm very happy that I got to play it for you all. Sorry that I gotta mute the best is yet to come, but YouTube will flag this part if I keep it on. Which, I mean, I've had this happen before with Metal Gear Solid 3. Because I let the credits music play out, and it just muted like 5 minutes of me talking, but we have a way around it. But yeah. No, Metal Gear Solid. Ever since I played that back in 2019, I've really loved this series. But yeah. That was Metal Gear Solid. I'm very happy that I got to play it with you all. This is one of the best games ever made. One of the best. And it's so based that I got to play it with you all. So fucking wholesome, I should say. Okay, Amador, I'm going to answer this for you. So, here, let me increase the size of myself real quick. Expand Kentucky Mario. Okay, can you see me? Okay. Big Boss. His name is Jack, but he tells Ocelot that his name is John. That has gone over in Metal Gear Solid 3. He has 2 clone sons named Solid and Liquid. Liquid's name is Eli, Solid's name is David. Now there's a third brother in that, and his name is Solidus. He's the main villain of MGS2. And Venom Snake, I don't know what his real name is. I forget. I inflated myself to a comically bloated form. Well, it's not over yet. Dude, it's a hecking Marvel movie reference, dude. There's an after credit scene. Oh my science! Ah! Okay, let me uninflate myself from this comically bloated form. So I'm gonna have to unmute in just a second. Thank you, Shigeru Miyamoto. So wholesome, bro. Dude, Nintendo was involved in these ports, bro. That is why I like it, because I'm like, oh, I love my Mario slop, bro. Here it is.
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether you've been programmed or not isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live.
Yes, sir. The entire unit was wiped out. Yes. Yes, sir. Thanks to the vaccine. Yes, those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Foxdie should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, there are no other records. They've all been deleted from the base's computer. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes, yes, Liquid is dead. The inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Of course, the other one thinks so too. Yes, sir. I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. Yes. Yes, sir. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one. Solidus.
Oh my god!
Yes, sir. I understand. The surveillance will continue. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
Okay, we got the codename Leopard. This game took us 6 hours, 27 minutes, and 39 seconds. We saved 14 times. We died 8 times. We went into alert 15 times. We killed 75 soldiers, and we used 38 rations. Dude, now that's a fucking truth nuke. They spelled bandana wrong. Or I believe they did. So true. Do you know what today is, Jack? It's not April 30th yet, but it will be in like less than a week. But that was Metal Gear Solid 1. I hope that you all enjoyed watching me play it, because I've really enjoyed coming back to it. But with that, I suppose it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. In terms of what we'll play next, I have a few ideas. Because I'm not going to start Sunshine until, like, I don't know. It's closer to when I'm thinking about playing it, because I have a plan for it, but we'll play Sunshine very soon. In terms of Metal Gear, 2 will be on the menu very soon. Metal Gear Solid 2. But I have a few ideas for what to play next, so we'll figure that out. But anywho, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all have had so much chuddy and wholesome fun from this. Oh, we already finished that. We already did that a while ago. Yeah, we beat Bowser. We're not... If the person who I was streaming with wants to continue that, then by all means we will. However, that doesn't really seem like something either of us want to do right now, but, yeah. No, I have a few ideas of what we'll play next, but, yes. We're so back. We're so fucking back. I have a few ideas as to what we'll play next, but for now, anyway, that was Metal Gear. This has been Kentucky Mario. I want to thank you all for watching. And, yeah. Okie dokie. Mario... Wow, I butchered that. Excuse me. Mario, see you next time. Ho-ho! Mario thought that this was a fantastic... What a great game to play. That's a great game. Thank you so much for watching me play this game. Ho-ho! See you later.